Okay, we will call the special meeting to order at 6:10 PM. And Catherine will go to roll call.
Yes, Trustee Baldini.
Here.
Trustee Baker.
Here.
Trustee Segura. Here. Trustee Iverson.
Here.
And Trustee Mancuso.
Here.
And we have absent Trustee Rios and Trustee Martinson.
All right, we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. And now on to 1.3, adoption of agenda. Seeing no objections, hearing no objections. Agenda adopted. All right, we'll move on to 2.0, public comment. 2.1, public comment guidelines. At this time, the board will devote a total of up to 15 minutes for comments to the Board of Trustees regarding the subject matter of this special meeting. I have two cards here. I have one from Joanne Busenbark, if you would like to, or Bruce Ketron, whoever wants to go first.
Kind of sad to be here today, as I'm one of those who love the college and what it offers. When I was elected a college trustee, we donated our $50 a month salary to the Board of Trustees Scholarship Fund. Michael Baldini and I joined in that for a while, but soon both of us began working on our own scholarships. I have since joined the Napa Valley College Foundation and continue building up scholarships. Please allow me to publicly acknowledge Michael and his family for their scholarship contributions. Thank you. And I encourage all to participate in leadership of scholarship donations. Sadly, this is a special board meeting for litigation. This comes 1 week after a person no longer connected to the college, nor connected to any election campaign, sent me the president's 2-page letter about Trustee Martinson's ethics violation. I attended last April 12th meeting in shock. I attended as there had never before been a trustee ethical violation like what was set out in Agenda Item 15.2. I listened carefully and read the materials of the behaviors of Trustee Martinson. It was sad that Trustee Martinson and her supporters came across as boasting of what she had done. I was shocked at the excuses offered. I was horrified when the private and personal health of a college employee was bantered around as justification for what Trustee Martin had done. But all college personnel and the other 6 elected trustees plus the student trustee publicly discussed their findings of ethical violation. The elected trustees, one after another, stated their clear understanding of both the proper duties and the violation of the duties by Trustee Martinson, but not Trustee Martinson. Does she just not get it? As a lawyer, I understand that findings and the board actions made on April 12th are all subject to review and appeal. I have never been a fan of delay of matters at the college, especially as to summer vacation and delay at the start of the school. The time reviews and appeal time periods differ according to interpretations of 60 or 90 or 120 days. What is clear is there has been no appeal or review. The appeal has been waived. 180 days have passed. The April 12th action is now in full force and effect and is binding. But has there been proper community involvement? Does this not deserve and call out for a full transparency to do justice as to what happened? Just what justification does the college have to keep this under wraps? Should there not be a transcript of everything that was said on April 12th? Please release a transcript. Let there be specifics of these matters. This must be made open and clear to all. Of course, please delete the name of the person from the transcript whose privacy and personal health matters were invaded as an excuse and justification for the misconduct that has done so much harm. Bruce Ketron, Trustee Emeritus.
Thank you, Bruce. Joanne Busenbark.
Well, Mr. Ketron has always been a tough act to follow. I'm here tonight to support you all in the decision that you're faced with. The 2 years that I sat here as a trustee with Trustee Martinson, we all experienced the attitude which was expressed actually at Friday night's forum, and that is that trustees ought to be more independent. And then from your July or August meeting where, and this wasn't the first time, but the if I don't get what I want statement, then I know how to go to the district attorney. This is something that you've lived with 2 years longer than I did. So what I wanted to say to you tonight are two things. One, when you did your oath, when you agreed to be a trustee, there was an ethics training. And unless they've changed the law or the statute or whatever it's called, you're still required to do that every 2 years. Any elected official, that's a requirement. I sit on a county commission and a city commission, and it's often required as well. And as you know, you can take a class, the county offers a class, or you can go online and do it. If you go online, then you have the experience of being given a certain amount of time. If you finish before that time is up, you get a too bad, you did it too fast. So the seriousness of that process in doing this every 2 years is critical. And the understanding of that responsibility, from the time I got involved with politics back in '83 as a city planning commissioner and then on to the city council, that was always in the forefront. If you didn't understand your responsibility to the body that you were serving with, then you weren't doing your job. So I offer you that. You're doing the right thing. The faculty have stepped up and said enough is enough. And so stand your ground. Yes, the threat of a lawsuit is always thought-provoking, but you have the best of the best here, so you can't go wrong. The second thing is, you only sit here as a servant. Sometimes when people are elected to a leadership position, it goes to their head, and there is a position of power. I mean, it doesn't matter what level that you're elected to, there is a certain amount of power involved with it. And if you see yourself anything other than a servant, then you don't belong sitting in the chair, because that's the ultimate. And it's not just those people in your district, but it's the district-wide for the institution or the county or whatever it happens to be. So I would just encourage you not to forget those two things, and compliment you on the job that you've done over the last 2 years in taking care of business. And there's a lot going on in this community, and I'm thrilled to see how involved the college is becoming. So hoopla to you.
Thank you, Joanne. All right. Any other public comment? All right. Seeing none, we will adjourn into closed session. Sorry, hold. I need to read what we're right here, which is also right here, correct? With respect to every item of business to be discussed in closed session, anticipated litigation, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.9, Subdivision D2, one potential case. Return back to public session to report out 4.1 announcements from closed session. The Board of Trustees took action in closed session to issue the following statement. The Board of Trustees has reviewed a cease and desist letter served by Trustee Martinson on President Ron Kraft, which asserts that he made defamatory statements against her in an email he sent to the college community on October 1st, 2018, hereafter referred to as the President's email. The Board of Trustees is also aware that Trustee Martinson has made the same claims on her Facebook page and shared the letter addressed to President Kraft with members of the community. Therefore, the Board is aware that the claims are already public knowledge. The Board of Trustees has carefully reviewed the President's email and made the following determinations. The President's email was prepared within the course and scope of President Kraft's employment. Therefore, Trustee Martinson's threat of litigation against President Kraft is appropriate for Board review. The Board has carefully reviewed the President's email and determined that it is truthful and factually accurate. President Kraft correctly summarized the history of the Board's handling of an ethics violation by Trustee Martinson. It therefore considers Trustee Martinson's claim of defamation to be without merit. Trustee Martinson bases her assertions of defamation on a mischaracterization of the Board's decision not to single her out in its April 2018 motion addressing the ethics violation under review. The Board, in its April 2018 deliberations on the motion, including the comments of each voting trustee, made clear that it was the view of all trustees except Trustee Martinson that she committed a serious violation of the Board's Code of Ethics. The President's email was first sent on October 1st, 2018. It was not sent at an earlier time and then reissued as incorrectly stated by Trustee Martinson in her letter. The Board is satisfied that the timing of the President's email was unrelated to the upcoming trustee elections. As the district is now facing potential litigation on this matter, it will make no further statements regarding this dispute. This statement was approved unanimously by the trustees present at the special meeting held October 8th, 2018. Trustees present and voting in favor of issuing this statement: Mary Ann Mancuso, Kyle Iverson, Michael J. Baldini, Jennifer Baker, Rosado Segura. Trustees absent: Rafael Rios, Amy Martinson. Special meeting adjourned at 9:21.